Hello, and welcome to Reality TV News Update, where you'll find the most recent news, entertaining moments, and exclusive behind-the-scenes content. Hollywood, as a fan of Big Brother, I think it's time to talk about one of the season's biggest surprises, the White Locusts. Now that the 27th season has ended and we have a winner. This season, Alison Grodner and Rich Meehan, the producers, devised a twist that sent the show's fan base into a frenzy like I've never seen in all 27 seasons I've watched it. Why? Rachel Riley, a veteran and winner of BB13, was the contestant who was eliminated for failing to win a competition. To my surprise, the writers of Entertainment Weekly, Dalton Ross, discussed their satisfaction with the twist. I'm slandering the producers. They are aware that the most recent twist in the show's history caused more outrage than excitement. Even the terrible BB15 didn't provoke such outrage among fans. Fans were furious. We were irritated and simply shocked that the producers thought this was an excellent concept. Let's face it, the producers know they made a lot of mistakes. But would Rich Meehan and Alison Grodner admit to that? No, they went back on the twist because they thought it was a great idea. They even discussed the possibility of the Hamster Wheel of Death returning for subsequent seasons during the interview with Dalton Ross. I would not object to the competition returning, but instead of an elimination twist, I believe it should be a power of veto competition, particularly when a twist like this is introduced at the beginning of jury, close to the 3-week mark of the game's conclusion. That is a brutal gut punch. Regardless of what anyone says, the players have been working their tails off for 60 days and suddenly one of them is eliminated, a player who has never been nominated throughout the season. Despite the fact that the makers of BB may not be aware of this outcome may have eliminated any chance of retaining players. A single veteran playing alongside a group of novices is unlikely to be seen again anytime soon, if ever. You can't take a player who has left their family, including their children, and remove them from the game with a single finger swipe, can you? What motivates a veteran like me to want to play? Although I thought the show's decision to bring Rachel Riley back to the set for an interview with Julie Chen nearly a week after she had been eliminated from the game and was already at the jury house was the dumbest thing in the world, Rachel Riley was a great sport about it. They were, in fact, attempting to gaslight Rachel Riley and the audience in order to portray her exclusion from the game as her own fault. She was kicked, BB, because you never learn. They should have interviewed Rachel immediately after she was eliminated because they would have known how she felt about the twist that threw her game off. However, the producers were aware of their error, right? When they are anticipated, twists are amusing. When they completely disrupt or tamper with the dynamics of the game, as they frequently do with Big Brother, they are not enjoyable. This series of spectacles seems to be their constant objective. As fans, we don't care about the shows. I can't remember the last time BB had just a basic season. Oh, now that I think about it, it was BB10, which is still regarded as one of the best seasons ever. Aside from that, there were no unexpected turns in America's player during that 1 week. It was allowed for the players to play, and damn did they play, which was amazing to watch. Hey, here's a suggestion for Big Brother 28. Why not do a back-to-basics season, especially if you're doing all newbies once more? Let's limit twists that immediately eliminate a player with no stake in social capital or votes if you intend to bring back veterans or have a split season. Fans enjoy good television, but when a twist doesn't give all of your players a chance to win, it's not good television. During the White Locust twist, half of the house didn't even get to compete in the HOH. Now, Alison Grodner and Rich Meehan, explain to me how exactly that is fair and equitable. There's no need to respond because there isn't. We thought we had figured out the twists when we first sat in that conference room, high on caffeine and arrogant. More, bigger, wilder. Someone said, let's make every week a surprise. Arrows, alliances, and concepts like the secret twin, the ghost eviction, and our most famous disaster, the mirror house, were all written on the whiteboard. At first, the ratings went up a lot. The crowd gasped. The contestants wept. However, something changed quickly. The group ceased playing. They waited for us, the gods behind the glass, to act. Betrayals would go unnoticed, and they would whisper, there's probably a twist. Superstition gained ground over strategy. The 14th season followed. We introduced the reset button, which can be pressed once to rewind the entire game. We regarded it as brilliant. They considered it to be salvation. Within a matter of hours, each contestant was pleading with viewers to cast their votes for chaos. America also voted in favor when the button turned red. We sat silently as weeks of gameplay vanished simultaneously. The guests gathered to celebrate. We failed to. We now whisper, in the dim light of the control room, something that producers are not supposed to say. Twists are cheap. They heat up quickly, but real drama, the kind that keeps viewers moving forward, comes from people, not puzzles. Therefore, no surprises this season. Without buttons, only players and options. Naturally, the network is unaware of that at this time. They will call tomorrow. They'll want a new twist.